I said earlier. And it's so sad to honestly see how these responses are coming from you guys and not appreciate being in a presence of an actual like masculine man and learning that relationship and learning how to be with one because it completely changes your mindset and women are so emotional and a masculine is so logical based and when you're in their presence and you're in a relationship with them it's a whole different experience not to disagree with anything you guys have said it's just a whole different experience and that's just my opinion. I agree. And that's why I have not jumped to any of these conversations is because it's just not for me.
And it's interesting because what feminism has done is like it's even playing field where everyone is equal. But like now that everyone is equal, right? You ladies have to fight for a guy who's going to be able to actually support you and take care of you because only a minority men can do it now. And who's the guy going to go for? A girl that has her career and she says that she's independent with 2 kids. Well, you could say with 2 kids in this case. Or is he going to go for the girl that isn't independent, that doesn't have kids? Who's he going to go for? It just makes it the very feminism that you're championing and the rights have actually hurt you. Your ability to attract the very man that you wanted in the first place, that you're going to get the first time. And you guys got to ask yourself, do you better learn to say we're independent? No, we would get made fun of. What are you talking here? What do you mean you're independent? Only women say that, don't you? But then ask yourself, independent of whom? Of men. So if a girl runs around and says, I'm independent, she says, I'm independent. You give her the independence. Just have sex with her, never take her seriously. That's what guys look at it like. Yeah. Because I don't walk around and say we're independent. You guys are like, oh, you're gay. What are you talking about? We only let women get away with that. And I'll tell you guys why. Because you guys are voting for children, in my opinion. I think giving women's rights and abilities and access has created a lot of the societal problems that we have. Because you guys do get the rights and the abilities, you guys behave like children. When it suits you, I want equality. When it doesn't suit you, oh my God, I'm just a woman. Oh. Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. It's impossible and basic it's ever impossible. So like even as having the career I do, most of my views are definitely like more than yeah, like in my opinion, feminism is cancer. But
do you want to respond to that? At this point?
I'm so bored tired.
You just said alright, feminism. So this is female my basic premise is equality and feminism and giving women more rights has led to the degradation of society. Sure. You know what I mean?
She
Yeah. Checking rights.
As a you don't want to be what I'm being. I don't want to be. I want to be able to have the support. I want to be able to have that relationship with somebody who's able to look after me and take care of me. I don't have to, not necessarily work because I do enjoy the work I do, but not have to support myself. I want to be able to be effective in nature and be able to, be the one that is led by somebody. But I unfortunately am in a situation where I can't pay rent if I don't work right now. So it's what
Versus the guy that she's
is mechanic.
Did he like take care of you or I know you guys were younger? No?
I mean, it was just high school, college. We kind of just like took care of ourselves. It was one of the
Same time too?
no, he didn't go to college, but we went to the same high school.
Okay. Alright. And your biggest issue was the infidelity?
Yeah, even when I was throughout university, I was
Can you sit down, please? Because you
sorry.
someone said this. Express personal things.
Yeah, when we were together, and then I ended up getting accepted to university. I did pursue that. We were mid-distance, but I would drive over every weekend to see them. He would come down every other weekend, and he chose to go to community college. I would support him with that, and in any way, but honestly, unfortunately, I did just some work sometimes. But he was working full time, so I was trying to be as supportive as I could. And even though I was trying to be, I guess, the support, the feminine energy in the relationship that was, I guess would be assumed of me, there was still that infidelity. So I then unfortunately did feel unloved and not enough, and so I did end up separating. So yeah.
personally think for infidelity are stupid. And stupid. And you check all your boxes off, right? If you check all your boxes off, and the only thing is you had sex with another girl, well, newsflash, just like Enzo said, the next guy you get is probably gonna have sex with another girl too.
Listen, just get even without them knowing it.
It's hard. Well, that's
Okay, now, I think the entire debate. I think the entire debate is completely sad on men and women's part. Yeah, it is sad. The whole purpose is to be together. The whole purpose is, more babies, more happy. It's to be men have to stand on the fact we're animals, we're this. Women can't stand on the same thing. Women have to be this, men have to be that. Where it's like no matter what you say, you're still dividing it. It's like you're making it separate every time anybody speaks.
Because we are different though.
It's okay to be different, but like you said, the yin and yang.
Right.
In these conversations, there's no yin and yang at all. You're calling women stupid for this and that, for having rights, and it's just like at the end of the day, that's a human being. I don't care. You could be dumb as you still deserve to have rights.
Well, the difference is that when women are stupid, they don't deal with consequences for being stupid. When men are stupid, we'll deal with consequences for it.
Yes, they do.
Okay, that's not.
And find a guy
Yes, they
that's just
do.
pretty enough versus this guy. If I'm gonna have to probably deal with some
I
sort
know these stupid guys that sit on there and their girl takes care of them. So that's not true at all.
Okay, and how long if their relationship lasts?
Oh, it lasts a long time. How many women stay in a
Until the
relationship
girl decides to
She's gonna be stupid women get way further than stupid men.
Maybe they have to start at that. Yeah. It's not me.
You know what? This one, we'll go with this one. Would you rather be pretty and dumb or self-pretender? Pizza. As a that's a woman.
I don't want two lazy eyes than one. Like, yeah, I'd rather be smart.
It's just it is.
Yeah, when even when they did the auction, he was like, "That's like stupid. You guys are gonna pick that. Like, you won't pick me." It's not. It's really not. You don't know how many women wake up and wish that they were as smart as this woman, and people cared more about what was in their head than me.
Did you know something you went to college? Yeah, and you do the bartender, right? Yeah. Why are you bartender?
Because I'm good at it.
Why else are you the bartender?
Because I'm good at it.
Why do you get hired as a good bartender?
Because I'm good at it.
Besides, what else? There's plenty of people that are bartenders.
Because I'm good at it.
It's because you're a woman and you have a fit
Yeah.
skill. This is why bars and clubs, etc., overrun for female bartenders, etc., a lot of girls, etc. Industry is
Nice.
That's
Actually, it's a certain extent. This is why that's the difference. It depends on how it's performed around anything you can get. But guess what? When I was in school to be a therapist, and even now when I do therapist sessions and stuff, because you can still be a counselor. All my patients were men, and they didn't give a fuck. I have to say. The same, they care just how I look at it. Also customer service. It's not. It's
And she's been with this in 6 days. We don't have that privilege right away. We don't have that privilege over here. You know, spend money. Very few men have it. To me, the more it's generated, yeah. And they don't to Sarah. She is to Sarah, and when we go to engineering job, guess what? We get a fraction of what we're paid in. So it's what we paid in. Not a fact. Hey, more than my dad, really fun. He and my brother. Less than that by 86 in the dollar fallacy. Is that what you do? It's a substantial argument. Yeah. Here's the thing. That's the not let me say it. The standards are referencing 80 cents on the dollar is a lot. The reason why I'm going to make 80 cents on the dollar, can you explain this? 2 seconds. Yeah, I'm not so I'm like, you don't want to Jim Jones and be quiet. It's very simple. This 80 cents on the dollar fitness line that they've been pushing out for the past several decades, it comes from the concept that women make 80 cents on every dollar that I'm in. The reason why is because women deserve less. I'll explain why. And it's they account for hours worked, career, education level. I said experience. It doesn't come into all that. No, we're going to talk about career in a second. But what I'm saying is, what you're referencing when you say women make less, you're using faulty study of all working members saw working women, full-time employees on both sides. The reason why we earn less is because of the things I told you. It doesn't account for job work, education, type of industry, experience, none of this stuff. Hours work. Now, when you actually compare apples to apples, you take women in the same industries as men, right? And you account for what they do, experience, everything. Women actually earn more than men. This was replicated with Google, and women earn more than the men. And even though they have the same exact backgrounds, and the women earn more. So when you actually compare apples to apples, women make more. The reason why women in general make less is because women go into job fields that pay less. Social services, they go into job fields that pay less in general because they want social services. And they don't want to hear nothing too. Women don't like to take risk and not to do dangerous jobs. They don't want to do manual labor jobs. That also they don't want to be involved in plumbing, electrician, blue collar jobs. They want to be in comfortable, air conditioned office jobs a lot of the times, unfortunately. So and also women are more likely to take paternity leave, they're more likely to take vacation time, they're more likely to work less hours, they're less likely to do overtime, since women don't have the same financial burden that men do to be able to perform. And because our value is based on how much money we have versus a woman's value is not based on how much money she has. Remember, you actually mentioned earlier, a man will work a job he hates to earn more money. You ever think about why? I'll tell you why, because our value is based on our income. Our value is based on our type.
A system that man right in.
And that's fine. It's meritocracy. It's a meritocracy. That's fine. This is why men earn more than women. Not because a woman is a woman, it's because you guys work less and you guys go to job fields that simply pay less. So in other words, women deserve to be paid less because they do less. Men do more in general. We run the entire infrastructure of the world. That's why men get paid. And I can't believe you're using. Here's another thing. How would men be able to get paid more than women when there's literally labor laws from the 1970s that make it illegal to pay someone less based on their gender?
Because
It's illegal. And then to take it a step further, why our logic makes no sense. If men can actually get away with paying women less for the same job, why wouldn't we just hire women?
Facts.
fair. I totally agree with that 100%. I think that's
It doesn't even make sense when I take your worldview and I apply it to logic. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense.
You just said, like you just said, we weren't even allowed in the workforce. You're saying, why would we hire women? Women were never wanted in the workforce. I'm saying before women were allowed to work, they weren't even allowed in the workforce. So why would they hire women if they never wanted women to work? Why would they hire women if they never want? Like you just said, a woman should be. Women should be there for pregnant.
It's As a matter further, as a female, because they've done studies on this too. If you have a woman put in a resume, she's going to get way more callbacks for a job, especially a STEM job, than a man will. Why? Because she's a woman. Why? Because of affirmative action. Why? Because of PEI. So women have more opportunity to make more money than ever before. Women have more opportunity now than men. So not only can you guys go ahead and decide to be a housewife, you guys can also go ahead and pursue an education and get a job in an industry that's male dominated because of affirmative action. So women earn less now because they deserve less. You guys have all the opportunities, you guys still earn less.
Yeah, they go and take care of it, everything. Got everything.
And I talk about this all in my detail in my book. Like, let's learn this. And I get this down like in detail.
And his pictures on the back.
I really break it down in detail.
It's giving toxic methods.
It's true. It's facts and truth. It's something.
You keep saying change. I've been so many it's not. So everything I could was not like everything. It's a bit.
What's she done for you? Okay. Oh. So you were alone?
She did. I'm one of them. Plus, she's not talking. So.
She talks it. But anyhow, fine. Yeah, I mean, look, man. It's funny because like your entire reality reflects what I'm saying is true.
Yeah.
And left, yes. Because you couldn't provide.
You're in honest.
Based on how you go versus your competency.
I didn't say you're gonna love a man because you can provide. That's not what I said. You said that. I know what I said. It's not what I said. It's different. That was not my exact words. My words were verbatim. That was my words.
In some experience.
So I said, I was discreet. I never said it was his ability to provide. I never said that. So I left because the way he started the relationship is not how he continued the relationship. That's why I left. It had nothing to do with money. I am not someone that cares about money. It had nothing to do with that.
It was all.
I left, like I never said provide. I left because he started away. He started away in our relationship. He started away emotionally that he did not start at the end of our relationship.
See, this is why, like, we don't take women seriously.
Oh,
Yes, they have to put in for themselves.
from Roberto, I'm so sorry. Okay, just know you started the relationship being a lovey-dovey person, right?
Probably promising you a dream. We're gonna white picket friends. I'm gonna take care of you. You're my one and only, right?
The stuff that guys say, yeah, and not even the white picket fence and stuff, because even in our relationship, even when that wasn't there, I'm still here. I stayed, and I loved him, so I stayed even when that wasn't a thing. It was more of, like I said, the emotional aspect where he was not emotionally available as much as he was when we first started dating.
Forward.
And no, it wasn't even a euphoria. No, it's see,
Self-care. Stop. Model. I got this time. Right. She's.
Say what you guys are saying. Yes, he came in one way, and then another way. I guarantee the way that he came in, there was some premise that you get a provider, a long-term offer, you get to take care of your family. You didn't get what you thought.
that he was emotionally available.
That's a part of it. It's like
He came in emotionally available, and after a while, this man was not emotionally available. My exact words, was I was putting in more than I was getting. That's my exact words. Where you got money from our provider, and this, I don't know where you got that from. We're not in. Yeah. feelings right now. Just yelling. What is his feeling right now? How he feels. He's a coding, so he feels guys. It's no for me. You're acting like you're having a sense. You're like you have ignorance. How you feel? He's decoding. Decoding isn't a fact. We're talking about facts.
The reality with women is all women are older, so we're just better. So, like, your situation is like you're sitting there, give me X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. So, let's tolerance. Sticking with that guy. That's nice.
He dates someone that wins the lottery. Literally, like someone that's an ex that I don't want to be with could win the lottery tomorrow. Not look at them differently. I would not.
You should be straight off.
Me. What impresses you in a man? What impresses me is a man that keeps his word and a man that follows through what he's gonna do. And he says, whatever he says he's gonna do. That's what impresses me.
Hey, I do actually have a follow with that.
So, like I said, it had nothing to do with finances. He could have been the brokest man. He could have been living in his car. He could have been living in his car.
It's a good husband.
I didn't say I was. I said he could have been living in his car.
Gotcha.
You could Jada and to be in his car. I'm saying, firstly, when I got there, that and he wasn't. So I'm saying, if we got that where he went to his car or something like that, I still would have been his partner. I still would have been there to try to figure out how to make shit better. For how long is it? That's as long as it needed to be. And that's the figure. And that's yeah.
This why let me speak to you guys why I think this way. I believe that men should provide. I don't think women should work. I think women should work collectively, only if either to etc.
You
Shut up, Pete. Why listen to this?
do you provide? You have so many questions.
When you talk, spot. Yeah, she's pretty sure. But the reason why she doesn't feel focused, and I say the things that I say is because I think men should be providers. I don't think men should be allowing a woman to work because when they work, they tend to pick up very negative, unattractive masculine traits. They think that it's okay to talk back to you. They think that they're equal to you, etc. The only way to create that polarity between you and a woman is you need the provider so she can be in her feminine, shut up, and not be annoying. Now, as you guys can see, some of the ladies here at the table pick up these masculine tendencies because they have to go out there and find internet income, and I get it. It is what it is. And that is, I would argue, the fault of the man. Women shouldn't be being like this. Now, with that said, since I have this worldview that men are supposed to be protectors, providers, and leaders, I don't look at them as equals. I look at you guys as supporters. And the reason why I look at you guys as supporters is that because I look at it like it is my duty to take care of the woman, and she should be able to do what she needs to do, and I do what I need to do, and it's a one-way street, right? That's where this worldview comes from.